Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 1 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. Today is Wednesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2021. Hopefully you're having a good day. I've got my afternoon coffee, and I've got a couple, not a lot, but a few packages here that I need to open up, and some of them I don't know what they are at all. So I thought, perfect time for a mail time today. We got mail. We're going to open it. Yeah, that's what's today. And otherwise, we're just hanging out. If you got running questions, if you just want to talk about races you're going to or getting ready for, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm glad to have you guys here. Before we get started, I do want to say hi to everyone that's listening in on the audio-only version of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and hope you guys are having a good run. And everyone watching this on YouTube after the fact, hopefully you're at the end of your day and relaxing or doing some foam rolling, doing something that is just pleasurable and enjoyable while you're tuning in and joining in on the conversation. Speaking of like foam rolling and stuff, I definitely need to do some foam rolling. I've been running some high mileage the past, basically since the half marathon time trial, which I guess wasn't that long ago, but I'm feeling it. I started doing some leg strength exercises too, some new stuff. So like everything's a little bit sore and tender in a good way, but I'm like, oh, I got to get the massage. I said that yesterday and I didn't, but I got to get the massage gun out today. All right, let's see who's here today. We've got Philip Bourne says, yo, what's going on? I'm on my way to a 5K right now. It starts at 1:28 Central Time. All right, coming up soon. It's 8:28 p.m. there. Only one runner every 60 seconds. Interesting. But I've dialed back my goal time a bit because of the LASIK last week, but still a race. Well, good luck, Philip. Let's get a cowbell for getting you in the racing mood. Hopefully you do well on that 5K today. Awesome. Leona says, yeah, hi, co-fam. 7:47 cutoff for 2021 Boston. Didn't get in, but hopefully next time. Yeah, 7:47 is brutal, right? That's tough. That's a tough amount of time to have to be under your BQ time. Whew, intense. I think that my time would have qualified if I had applied, but yeah, it's the day after the Chicago Marathon, and so I didn't also find out about Boston until the day after the Chicago announced. Okay, she's reading to her. The baby's reading to herself right now. She finished reading to herself so she could watch some Sesame Street, which I love Sesame Street, by the way. My older daughter never really cared for Sesame Street. But my younger daughter likes it, and I'm happy about that because it's a show I enjoy. But all right. But yeah, I wish that Boston would have scooped Chicago. I guess it's good for Chicago that Boston didn't. But like I felt like the announcements came like the same day, but like early in the morning or maybe a couple of days before. But like it was like Chicago announced, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm signing up. And then Boston announced like very shortly thereafter, and I was like, oh, same weekend? What? And so I was like, already signed up for Chicago. And so, yeah, not for me, but Boston this year. And the worst part is I won't even be able to spectate it this year. And now I'm feeling like we're going to be able to have that. You know, earlier this year, I was like, it's 50-50. But now I feel like we're going to be able to have it. And so at least I think the U.S. majors will go. I hope that they do. We'll see. I mean, there's still that wrinkle of like, it's one thing for stuff domestically to open up, but then like, are you going to invite the whole world over for a world major marathon? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully 2022 will be my year that I'm at Boston. All right. Philip says, sitting in my heated car count as a warm up? It can. There was an article that Sweat Science posted yesterday. He wrote an article about it saying that for endurance athletes that the warm up may not matter. At least that was the conclusion he drew from a couple of different studies. But I was just like, the definition of endurance was kind of weird. And I don't know. It was like, there's always so many limitations on sports science, I feel like, that it makes it hard to, not that I don't take them seriously, but it's hard to draw like really broad conclusions from it. But like at least kind of like the headline was like, do warm-ups matter for endurance events? And 5Ks were considered an endurance events for some of those studies. That's why I'm like, I don't consider a 5K an endurance event, but I guess in high school I did. So I consider it a distance event. I feel like that distinction has gone away. Distance events versus endurance events, but I think there is a difference. All right, Meredith Roseman's here, says, yo, what's going on, Co? Exciting news. I get to start running again on Monday. Awesome. IT band is finally healing and ready to go again. Awesome. Great news, Meredith. Welcome back. That's great news. All right. Leona says, "Love mealtime." I wish it was mealtime because I could eat, but it's mail time. Did I write mealtime? Did I write mealtime in this description? I meant to write mail time. If it says mealtime, it's because it auto-corrected, and maybe my phone knows me better than I know myself. It's like a weird techno-Freudian slip, right? But it's mail time today, so I'm not sure which one I put in there, to be honest. Stevie76 says, "Yo, what's going on?" David Prabhu says, "Happy Cinco de Mayo." Awesome. Eating tacos for lunch. I guess we have to have tacos for dinner today. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah. Otherwise, dinner was going to be leftover spaghetti and broccoli from yesterday. I suppose we could have some bean tacos. I mean, we usually just have bean. I say tacos when I eat them at home. I usually only eat tacos when I'm out. Tacos at home are usually I just make quesadillas, basically. Just because they're easier to deal with. We have tacos at my mother-in-law's house. Those are good tacos. I wouldn't call them like authentic Mexican tacos, but they were good Midwestern tacos. Really good. Very filling, very delicious. I miss those meals too. All right. Let's see. Edbud says, 2 days off running. Oh, the jab hit you hard. Well, I'm so glad that you got it, Ed. And yeah, I had to take 2 days off of running too. It was one of the longest breaks that I've taken from running in a long time. Yeah. But the good news is you're going to be ready to go. You're going to be ready to go once it's done. Is that your second one, Ed, or your first one? I don't know. I got the Johnson & Johnson like the day they announced the pause, like right before, like a couple hours after I got it. They're like, "Oh, we're going to pause this Johnson & Johnson." So I only had to do one, but hopefully you're getting to be fully vaccinated. And this weekend, my running buddy and I we've been texting back and forth today. We're going to go for a run. He got his second shot 2 Saturdays ago, or it'll be like 2 Saturdays. Yeah, I guess 2 Saturdays ago. So the 8th, this Saturday, we're going to get together and go for a run. So that's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. I haven't seen him in a long time. I think we're going to get 10 or 11, a little bit shorter than we normally do, but I don't know what his running's like. We got lots to talk about what he wants to do for Chicago and some plans. We got some planning to do. I'm excited for races. Right. Okay. Let's talk about these packages. All right. Well, I got 3 of them here. The first one, I know what it is, but I thought it'd be interesting to kind of show it to you guys. So it comes in a little small package. It's from Gatorade. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I saw it again on like the most effective advertising for me, Instagram. I saw it on an Instagram ad, but I only saw it advertised a very short amount of time. Like I haven't seen it since, unless it knows I already bought it. And it's like, it doesn't need to advertise it to me anymore. But let's get this one open. This thing is impossible to open. But it's not actual Gatorade, like the drink. But this is something that I bought myself. So it's not sponsored. Or not sponsored, rather, but not provided. But look, I bought this from Gatorade. The GX Sweat Patch. And so what it is, I think this is a sticker or something, Team Gatorade. But what it is, where is it? Here it is. It's smaller than I thought it would be. From the pictures, it looked like it was going to be super big, like it would be like the size of like a shirt sleeve, but it's pretty small. But I think there's two of them in here. And the idea with this is that you're supposed to put it sticks on you, kind of like like what I imagine like a Nicoderm or a fentanyl patch, like one of those weird patches that don't come off. And you're supposed to run a workout in it, and it kind of like absorbs sweat. And so like there's like lines all the way through it, and it will kind of like start to traverse as you sweat more, not like drip on it, but like as it absorbs more of your sweat from you. And so it's supposed to be able to tell you, I think there's an app that goes with it. Yeah. To apply patch to left inner forearm. So he goes over here, and then exercise 30 minutes until the patch begins to fill, and then scan the patch with the Gatorade, the GX app to get results. and then it tests your sweat rate and sodium levels. So here's the picture on the back. And so I think that's useful information to have. I've always thought that I'm a really heavy sweater, and I've been trying to figure out like how much sodium, how many electrolytes do I need in my gels as I'm doing like my math for like this. Okay, so it's like a marathon, it's going to be hot, I'm going to be sweating this much, I need to drink this much. Should be able to give me some information. So we'll see how that works. It's a little bit chilly out these days, so I'm not really sweating a ton yet. I'm not sure if it would work without without like a lot of sweat. So like I'm going to wait for a day. They also say like don't like completely fill up the thing with sweat either. So like I have to figure out a day where I'm going to sweat a lot, but not like too much. And then we could do some like figuring out in terms of how much electrolytes I need, I think. Yeah. I mean, the one caveat that I have with it is like, I remember like there were, I forget what book I was reading. It was either Matt Fitzgerald book or a sweat science book, Matt Hutchinson book. And they were talking about like Gatorade. They used to like, they were talking about hydration, and like Gatorade used to be like, we measured these athletes, like how much they weighed before a workout and then after a really rigorous workout. And we determined from the number of ounces of weight they lost that they sweat a certain amount. And so the ideal amount of hydration is the exact same number of ounces of sweat that they lost for optimal performance. And it turns out that's like just way too much liquid to take in. So like, I don't know. I'm assuming Gatorade science is a little bit more advanced in that now, but it's something that I thought would be really weird and intriguing to try. So that's what that is. All right. It looks like I saw it on Strava, but I saw that Martha did make it in to Boston. So that'll be awesome for Martha. Very, very cool. Excited that you'll be able to go to Boston this year. Very, very cool. All right. And Ed says after his shot, he says, feel like an atomic Superman now. Yeah, good job, Ed. And Martha, here's what I was looking for. It says, Mike, I need a Boston cowbell for not even being a squeaker this time. Very good, very good. Yeah, I mean, that's impressive given how intense of a margin you had to beat the BQ time by. So great job, Martha. Awesome. All right. Matthew Stewart says, first post from SLC. Just got scheduled for Johnson & Johnson this evening. Awesome. Going to do my run home from the shot. I think that's a good way to do it. Because for me, like none of the symptoms hit for like 12 hours. So you got a little window. So like, you get your run in at home on the way home. And then you might need some time off. Take it easy on yourself after that. So you'll get one last run in. Awesome. And it says, hi, Kufuzine, everyone. Just had my first run in the Carbon X2 Sureview. Wow. Nice. I was thinking about taking the Carbon X2 out for my midweek long run today. I didn't at the last minute. I decided to go with a different shoe, but yeah, that's a shoe that I need to put some more miles in. It's been sitting there in the closet and I see it like every morning. I'm like, not today, but soon. I keep saying it, not today, but soon. But we'll get there. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. All right. Ishan Kalra says, hi, Kapuzi, had a full mile run in 35 minutes. Is the time okay or room for improvement? Well, I think that there's probably room for improvement, but I don't know a terrible amount of your running history. I know you've been coming to the live streams past couple of days, so it's good to see you again. But the way to think of it is, like it's very tempting when you're starting running to think about, or like if you've been maybe not new to running, but like have been like going in spurts, is to think of it like, all right, so this is my normal run. And last week, my fastest time for this run was so many minutes. This week, let's see if I could do it a little bit faster and then try to beat it like every day. And so it's a very natural thing to do. I've definitely have done that before. But I want you to think a little bit more long-term. Think of a little bit more like beyond just like the regular run that you normally do. I think it's great to get wins along the way and to see that progress. I think that if the 4 mile run in 35 minutes is faster than you normally do it, great. But I just don't want you to try and beat that time every single day. And then if there's a week when you don't, to feel discouraged, right? Because it's all part of like you're building and building and building. It's going to be a long process where you can eventually just get better and better and better and better the more that you put into it. So yeah, the time is okay. Time is great. room for improvement, definitely room for improvement. Unless you're going to tell me that, you've been training for years, running 6 days a week, and that's what you got. If that's the case, awesome. Great job. Maybe not so much room for improvement, but the potential or where you go from here is up to you. So keep going. Josh Greenberg says, could you feel a noticeable difference between a full length carbon plate versus a partial one like the Meta Racer or Speed Elite? It's kind of hard to, I would say it's harder for me to notice than it would seem. Cause like when I hear like partial plate, I'm like, I'm not sure I like that. Cause it seems like when people say like, yeah, I ran a half marathon, it's like, oh yeah, you ran a half something. It just seems like it's not as good as the full or the regular version of something. But I think it depends on the shoe and what they're going for in it. I think that for a lot of those shoes that have a partial length plate, and the Meta Racers is weird because it's not that it's a partial plate. It's like a very strange shape, right? Or is it a partial? I'm trying to think. But both of them also have very strange shapes as well. It's about what they're trying to do with them. And neither of those shoes is really like a marathon super shoe in my mind. And so like, I don't think that the fact that it doesn't have a full plate is as big of a difference. To me, I think that when you have the full length plate, I think that it's easier to load it at slower speeds. And when you're talking about marathons, that's slower speeds than say half marathon. So that's kind of like where I think about it. And I think that like, I think of it as, kind of like, I'm trying to think of what the graph would really look like, but at different paces in like a carbon plated shoe, like at some points you're feeling only the foam. Some paces you're feeling the foam and the carbon plate, and some places you might be feeling like mainly just carbon plate, depending like once you get to go real fast and you're like overloading the foam. And so, it also depends, like, so the length and shape and the thickness of that carbon all can be tweaked depending on what they're going for. I don't know if that answers your questions a lot. I just talked a lot, but I don't know if I answered your questions. Sorry, Josh. All right. Alex, he says, hey, CoFam, picked up my race packet for Boulder, and it feels surreal to be racing in person again soon. Yeah, that's cool. I was looking at Boulder, but it's like a weird thing. There's like 4 events. They're sprinkled. It's not like the same like normal Boulder, right, Alex? But like, I still think it's awesome. But I was like, I wanted to go and experience the Boulder experience. Like I've seen like Seth's videos that he's made and Ryan Van Duzer's videos. They're amazing. It looks like just such an amazing event. And I just really want to get, I don't know, I'm a glutton for punishment, but I want to get my butt kicked at altitude on a hilly course, so that I just think that would be funny. Fun is the right word. Not funny, but fun. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. All right. Let's get to the next package. This one, I'm not sure. I don't remember what this is. Maybe I'll remember what it is once I open it up, but it's a thin package. It's from Stamina Pro. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what that is. So it could be something that they sent to me. It could be something that I bought. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I'll remember in a minute here. If I don't remember after looking at it, then I'll have to like check my notes to see if they sent me something or what. What is this? Oh yeah, I think I did buy this. So this is a weird product. What is this? So this is also something that I bought because Instagram ads are effective for me. So Stamina Pro, what is this? I don't even really completely understand what they are, but it's got Miley Seidel on the front. By the way, did you see Miley Seidel's May the 4th Instagram post? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so it's this. They're patches of some sort, and it says, welcome to the world of electroceuticals. No more drugs, chemicals, or side effects. What? Yeah. So there's that. Stamina Pro on the other side. That's the card. And so I think there's two things. So I think these are just, again, patches that you put on, but they're on the back. It says they are electroceutical patches. They use electroceutical technology. I mean, that's a made up word, right? That's not a real word. Electroceutical, to deliver the power from constituents known to reduce inflammation. Less inflammation leads to faster recovery and ultimately better performance. Yeah. So like, I think it's just kind of like some sort of, I don't want to say drug delivery system, but like a drug delivery system of some sort. Right. And then I got this one as well. It's a power sleep patch. I don't even remember buying this, but I'm pretty sure I must have bought it. And it's energy medicine, drug-free, groggy-free, odor-free. And you put it on your neck, kind of like those weird like motion sickness ones. So you put it on your neck over here. And before sleeping, you apply 2 patches, one below each ear, and remove when you wake up. After a week of continuous use, add or reduce patches if needed, and it charges up your life with powerful sleep. I don't know. A lot of claims in that one. That one was weird, and I was just like, "What is this? I gotta check it out." So that's what that is. Oh man, we'll see if that does anything, but I don't know. It's really strange. Really strange. Yeah. I'm just thinking is like things that you tape onto yourself. That's like the new trend for 2021, I guess. Raynor says, I love Mailtime. Awesome. I'm glad you guys do. I enjoy it. It's fun. Tony Boo says, I don't know what it is, but I saw it on IG and it has insert athlete here on the front. Yeah. I mean, I'm very easily suggestible. That is something for sure that I will not deny for a second. So, yeah. Scoots Run says they were pretty cool, really sticky. Oh, have you tried it, Scoots? Cool, awesome. Leader Chung says opening my Amazon packages due to Hawaii's long lead times. I can never remember what I ordered, so it's always a surprise. That happens to my wife too. I think she she shops on Amazon late at night, and like yesterday, I brought these 3 packages, which aren't that big. And then there was like 6 other packages. And my wife's like, what did you order? And I was like, I didn't order most of this stuff. And she's like, well, those are mine? And I'm like, yes. What is it? I'm like, I don't know. They're in boxes with your name on it. I have no idea. So my wife is always surprised too. Martha says, Kobuzi, when I had some PT after Tunnel Marathon for a bit of ITBS, she did some electrical stim, which seemed to help. Patches like that, but they were connected to a machine, of course. Yeah. So I'm familiar with that, but I don't think it says like electroceuticals, but I don't think that I think it's just, I don't think there's actual electricity that's involved here. But yeah, I don't know. But it'll be interesting. I mean, it reminds me of Salonpas, right? That's kind of like, I'm like, is everything old new again? Or like the next thing you know, like Ben Gay is going to who's going to be like the next athlete to be like sponsored by Ben Gay, right? Like, you remember that? I used to use a lot of that stuff in high school. I didn't really know what I was doing pole vaulting. And so I was always sore somewhere. And so I was like using that all the time. I constantly smelled like Ben Gay. I was pleasant to be around. But like that kind of went away, right? It's kind of like Power Bar. Power Bar dominated the market and then it went away. And then you're like, why? Wait, now all we eat are Power Bars. Where's Power Bar? And like now all we do is like talk about like KT tape, like balms, ointments, CBD stuff that you could put on your joints. All right. Oh, lost the camera there, guys. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Where'd it go? We'll go to the webcam for today. There we go. We're on the webcam now. But like there was all that stuff. Yeah. Tim Trenholm, Tiger Balm. Remember Tiger Balm? I used to use Tiger Balm like crazy. I had so much of that stuff. And yeah, and then it all it went away. And now like where is it? It should be back, right? I don't know. Scoot says, I have tried them and the sleep patches. Not sure if it's snake oil or if they work. Trying them again this weekend. All right. Well, I'll have to figure out a time to try these too, and we'll see how it goes. Stevie76 is calling out Vicks. Yeah, I mean, we still use Vicks. We have Vicks because we got kids, and kids get sick a lot. I mean, not a lot, but like they're like germ factories. So like you always got to have something for the kids. The kids hate the Vicks, but I think my wife likes putting the Vicks on the kids. I think that there's something that's like very like there's like a ritual to it, you know. I think she has memories of it. I don't have that many memories of Vicks, but I have a lot of memories of Tiger Balm and Bengay. I never use Salonpas, but like I see the commercial, like, you know, like there's always like that guy with like the bad back and he's like, oh, and he puts his patch on. And he's like, ah, what's the thing that Shaq uses? What's that? Is that Salonpas? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I feel like where are those? They should be coming back. All right. Josh Greenberg says, me and my friend keep beating each other's mile PR every week for the final varsity spot, but we're finally going to duke it out together on Monday. Awesome. I have better endurance, but his kick seems killer. Advice? I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of racing experience in the mile. I mean, I've run a lot of mile races, but I was pretty terrible at them. And so it never came. It was just a matter of like how, I mean, I just need to, like, my goal was just to not embarrass myself a lot of the time running the mile. And so, but what I would say is like, if you think his kick is stronger, then the thing that I would consider doing, and one is ask your coach what your coach thinks that you should do. But one of the things you could do is try to like take away his kick, right? So if you let him sit back and make it a slow race and then let him kick at the end, that plays to his strengths. Your strength is not the kick, it seems. And so what I would do is take it out faster than he wants to go in the beginning couple laps of the race, and then put some distance between you and him so that he doesn't feel like it's even worth kicking. Right. So it's kind of like a Goggins taking souls kind of thing. You gotta, that's what I would consider doing. I've never been fast enough at any kind of race to really need a strategy other than run hard, don't die. So like, you know, in theory, I think that's the right play, but you know, I'm not like, I've never been like talented enough at any distance to say like, you know what I got to do? I got to take it out hard in the beginning and then finish strong. Like I'm not capable of that. Like my race skills are pretty limited, but I think that's the way to go. Advan says, I use that stuff. You have a tube of Bengay. It's a winner. I don't think I have any Bengay in the house, but maybe I should get some. Martha says, I have a spray called Cool and Fit. That's nice. Bought it in a running store out of guilt after trying on shoes and not buying a pair. That's funny. Yeah, like in college, I would use the Icy Hot. I don't know if it was Icy Hot, but it was a spray that you would spray it on like whatever was bothering you, and it would like instantly cool that muscle or that joint really fast. I forget what that was called, but I used a lot of that in college. That I didn't use quite as much Advil in college as I did in high school, but yeah. Josh Greenberg says, I'm thinking to add a surge sometime in the middle or second half, but I'm afraid of burnout. Yeah, that would be my thing. I'd be scared that I wouldn't be able to hold on to it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, what are you going to do if he goes out hard? You know, I feel like if he goes out hard, then you got to follow him on that move in the beginning, right? Assuming that he's going to slow down at some point, anticipating that he's going to rely on his kick later, right? So that, yeah. So, you know, we'll see. You got to let us know how it goes, Josh. It's Monday, right? All right. So you got, yeah. Yeah, there you go. I'm excited for you, Josh. Sounds awesome. Yeah, Joshua Payne says BioFreeze. Yeah, I know BioFreeze does that, but there was a product before BioFreeze existed that I used. Maybe it was BioFreeze. I don't remember it being BioFreeze though, but yeah, it's like BioFreeze. You know, in the Chicago Marathon, BioFreeze is a big sponsor. So it's right around Chinatown, which I think is like mile 19 or so. There's like a BioFreeze station where you go in. They've got those cooling fans as well, I guess to add to the theme of like cooling, in case it's a really hot race day that day. And you go in and it's like a pit stop. Like they set it up just like a pit stop. So like there's like a parallel like corral that you can go into that parallels the course. And when you go in there, you like yell at the people that are working. I don't know if they're volunteers or if they're BioFreeze employees. My guess is that like they work for some sort of PR company that is doing stuff for BioFreeze, right? So like, I don't think that they're actually like, I don't think they have like at biofreeze.com email addresses. But anyway, there's the people there, and you tell them like my knee, or like my calf, and they'll just spray you, and then you can go. And then so like the idea is that you spend as little time as possible in there. They spray you real fast, and you can keep going. I think it's really funny. I've never done it, but I think it's hilarious. I'm sure it works. Parker Max giving really good advice though too for Josh. Believe in yourself. That's great advice. Parker, great advice. I should have started with that. That's good. KU Mamiya says, I got a race tomorrow with a sub 420 miler, but it's going to be 15 miles per hour of wind. Plan is to sit behind him and draft and refuse to take any turns. That's funny. Oh man, KU, you must be fast if you're racing a sub 420 miler. Oh man, impressive. And Martha says, everyone, you can order a great CBD lotion across state lines. Apothecana Extra Strength Cream, made in Denver. Great stuff and really works. Yeah, I've never tried any of the CBD lotions and stuff. It's just like an area. I was like, it just seemed like there was a lot to like kind of unpack in that space. And so it's been easier for me to just like cordon that off. I don't know. And right now it just seems like everyone that's on Instagram or on Twitter has like a promo code for something that's CBD based. And I'm just like, I'm going to chill on that for a little bit. Hopefully I won't need to use any of it, but I don't know. That's one that I'll keep in mind, Martha, for sure. Tony Vu says Gold Bond. Yeah, I was big on Gold Bond, like in college. It was like a big thing. I graduated from college in 2001. So like it was all about Gold Bond back then. All right. Brian, he says, Shaq has a funny story about a trainer rubbing icy hot too high on his thighs and burning his boys. Then he decided to endorse them. Really? I'd like to hear Shaq tell that story. Shaq telling stories, like have you ever watched like Shaquille O'Neal tell a story about something? I can never tell if he's making it up or if he's serious. So like if these things like actually happen to them. And it's like, well, it's Shaq. He lives a supersized life. So it's got to be true. But everyone's like, is he making this up? Is he just like bored and just trying to get a rise out of people? I can't ever tell. All right. Ed Butt says, Mike, ran a few miles in the Airpegs 38 on the 83 today. Oh, okay. Not the 38. Very good. Quite smooth and lovely upper. A retro, so probably not original parts, but certainly interesting. I didn't know that there was an 83. Ah. Is it meant? It's not meant to be running though, right? Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to take a look at that. Thanks for the heads up, Ed. Josh Payne says, I couldn't take a pit stop during a marathon. I'd just call it then. Yeah, I think that is something that a lot of people there like will like linger in the BioFreeze pit stop area. I've seen it. Yeah. Running on Empty says, my PT said BioFreeze gel is the best. I've tried like 6 different ones and I have to agree. Ooh, all right. That's a good endorsement. Very cool. And KU says about racing the 420 guy, says, I'm like a 430 guy. And the difference in high school speed is huge. Yeah, I don't know. All those numbers are imaginary to me. When I do my strides, if I can see the pace even momentarily getting under 5 minutes per mile pace, and keep in mind my strides are like 15 seconds long, I feel like I've done a lot of good work. Oh man, the speed that people can run is amazing. Mark Chankogo says, will I fail at drug test if I use CBD lotion? No, because I mean, I think some CBD lotions do have THC in them, but like I think that most of them don't have THC. And so I don't think that you'd fail a drug test. I could be wrong. I haven't been I don't think I've ever been drug tested before. So I don't really know, but yeah, that's my understanding. All right. Scott says one more time, Deep Blue is amazing for pains. I've never heard of Deep Blue. All right. Cool. All right. Let's get to the last package. This last package is the main reason why I wanted to do mail time for it today. It says on the back, yo, what's going on? So, and it's from the Eugene Marathon. So I don't know what it is. This is not something that I didn't buy anything else. So this is something that they sent to me. And I didn't know that they were going to be sending anything to me. I don't think I need a knife for this. So let's see what's in here. I've been like interacting with them like on Twitter and stuff. So It's a Eugene Marathon box. I wonder if they just sent me an extra box. I'm doubting that they did, but let's see what else is in here. Oh, that's funny. They tweeted to me one time that they were like, when I like talked about like finishing the race, I tweeted about it, and they're like, all right, now you can enjoy those water bottles now. Because remember, I talked about how much I love those water bottles. I love the size of them. So they sent me 3 more water bottles. Awesome. This is amazing. These water bottles are such a good size because they're not like this full size water bottles that people put like in bicycles. Like those are much bigger. And I feel like you're just carrying a lot of extra weight. I feel like I could put this in a pack and I like it, but they sent 3 water bottles. Awesome. Super loving it. Thank you to the Eugene Marathon organizers. There's a note in here. It says, hi Kofuzi, thanks for running. Have subscribed to your channel for a while now, so it was really awesome to see what we're doing show up on the channels we watch. Congrats on a great run. Hope to see you out here crossing the finish line at Hayward in the future. John, awesome. That's super cool. Super, super cool. And look at this. They also included a pair of Gooders. Amazing. I was about to buy another pair of Gooders too. So this works out. Timing works out really well. Oh, in green. Nice. Check these out. Awesome. Let's see if I can put these on here. I can't see anything right now, but yeah, look at that. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect timing. Well, thanks to the Eugene Marathon people. And I would love to go see that Hayward Field finish line. I was watching the Oregon relays from a couple of weeks ago, and that new facility just looks amazing. I don't know if you guys caught any of that, but yeah, it's just super, super cool. Awesome. Awesome. So very excited about that. I'm just mainly really excited about these too. Because like the other thing is like, for me, like running in the summertime, like if I'm at my in-laws, this is like a good size to stash somewhere and then pick it up, and then I could toss it and then pick it up again on my way back. So yeah, I'm super excited about these I don't know why I love these water bottles so much, but I do. Now I have 3 of them. I have 4 of them now. That's perfect. Awesome. So cool. So cool. And Woodrunner says never have too many pairs of shades. Yeah, I mean the reason why I was about to buy another pair is because I left 2 pairs of sunglasses at my in-laws' house, thinking we'll be back before the summertime. I can get them then, and we haven't gone back. So pretty excited about the. It's kind of like is it a Oregon green color? Yeah, so I like the color too. So awesome. And Lee Joyce Chung said those Gooder look so cool on you. Well, thank you so much. Very cool. Terrence Tan says, I want to get a pair of Gooder too. Yeah, I don't have any promo codes for Gooder. I'm trying to think of who has good promo codes for Gooder. I think Lindsay Hine usually has one. I want to say Allie on the Run has one too. Does Matt Chittum usually have one? Mario Frioli might have a good promo code for Gooder. So those are always good ways to get them too as well. Yeah. Yeah, Martha says, Runner's World had photos of all the improvements at Hayward Fields. It looks great, and they included lots of memorabilia. Yeah, I mean, it's almost kind of like a running museum. It's like it's just amazing. It's amazing how much money they've spent and put into a track program. It's so impressive. Very, very impressive. All right. Well, that is all the mail for today, guys. So I think I'm going to end it right there for today. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to be talking about the Puma Liberate Nitro. I took those out for my midweek long run today, a 13.9 mile run. I've got some thoughts on this shoe. That'll be a video for tomorrow morning. And then we'll do another live stream. Tomorrow will be Thursday, right? What's today, Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. So we'll do some happy hour. Bring your recovery beverage of choice, 1 p.m. Central Time, same as today. Hopefully I'll see you then. In the meantime, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks.